Hey sales nerds, looking for the perfect lead generation and prospecting tool? Considering Apollo, you've come to the right place. We combed through 50 plus reviews of Apollo on review sites like G2, Capterra and Trustpilot and used the free version of the tool for like 3-4 weeks to give you an unbiased and in-depth review of what Apollo.io can do for your business. So let's get right into it. Apollo.io is an increasingly popular lead generation tool that offers a big database of decision makers at B2B companies, as well as it has a sales engagement platform. If you don't have time, we've put all of those in a handy table right here, and you can just look at pros and cons of Apollo.io and make an informed decision. If you have time, let's get right into it. What do people like about it? There are advanced filters for lead identification. So you can filter by the typical stuff like industry, job title, geography, headcount, and a bunch more advanced filters, and a lot of users love that. The email finder is pretty quick. There's seamless integration with your other platforms, maybe like your CRMs, fast access to contact details, and obviously a lot of people like the Google Chrome extension that they have that mainly works on top of LinkedIn. Let's get deeper into each of these. So what do people like about advanced filters? This reviewer really likes it. It has reliable information including job titles, company details, email addresses, and social media profiles, allowing for effective prospecting and personalized outreach. So they get a ton of details that they can use in their cold emails to get more responses. The next thing people like is quick email finding. This guy really likes it. He says its email finding feature is the best and it fetches the deliverable one. With that, it extracts all the data that's associated with the prospect. So a lot of people like the comprehensiveness. A lot of people love the seamless integration as well. It integrates smoothly with CRMs like HubSpot and Salesforce, and it's worth noting that they have integrations with some leading CRM platforms, but some users have reported issues with the accuracy and the completeness of data syncing. Some others have reported some difficulty with the setup of these integrations, and you may need to invest some time and effort into getting these integrations going. But once you do, a lot of people like the integration aspect so that they can have all the data from their cold leads into their CRM. What is the final thing people love? There's a fast access to contact details, which is through their Google Chrome extension. A lot of people love that because while you're on LinkedIn, let's say you find a dream prospect, you really want to catch their attention, you can one-click Apollo.io, fetch their emails, fetch their phone numbers, and really go ahead and call them up or send them a cold email, or maybe put them into a sequence right within Apollo.io. Perfect. So these are all the things that people like. What do people hate? The first and the biggest con: outdated and missing contact information. For a contact database, the most important part is the contact needs to be accurate, right? They need to be working at the correct company, and then they need to have the right contact details. If they don't, it's wasted effort. There's inaccurate and slow data. There's lack of customization and some missing features within the platform. We'll get into those. The other thing people hate is credit limitations. They work based off of a credit system, and they're always trying to get more money from you, imposing certain credit limits in each plan. And then obviously there's limited features for free users and very limited LinkedIn prospecting. Let's get into each of these. So outdated and missing contact information. So this guy says we aren't able to find the details of the customer on LinkedIn. More than one prospect cannot be added to a series. Then inaccurate data was provided sometimes, which can be a problem. This person says inaccurate and slow data. So he says the platform's complexity was my least favorite aspect of Apollo. Yeah, it can be sometimes a little complex because it has too many features. It was difficult to set up and manage the application, and the data synchronization between the platforms was also problematic. Finding the information you were looking for was also difficult due to inconsistent user friendliness of the interface. The third aspect is lack of customization and missing features. I don't like the lack of customization options available. It can be difficult to create a unique look and feel of application. So this seems like a con that a lot of people don't like. Credit limitations. This is something that people don't like because they feel like they were bait and switched into buying a higher plan. So this person says shady company who screws over its customers, bills you for unused services, makes it impossible to cancel, and will steal your data and sell it, which is a big no-no, particularly for European Union customers where you are under GDPR. There are more ethical lead gen apps out there. Alright, limited features for free users. What do you dislike about Apollo.io? We need credits for everything in Apollo, especially for extracting the contacts. We also need some credits. The plans are also very costly. Also some duplicate contacts showing in Apollo can be a little more expensive. Then the other aspect that people don't like is the limitations on LinkedIn side of things. things, right? Like especially when LinkedIn is a great lead gen platform, gets you more responses than cold email, then this person doesn't like it. He says one notable drawback is the lack of full integration with LinkedIn when building LinkedIn sequences, especially when compared to applications like Wallexy. So people like the full LinkedIn automation aspect. So those were the pros and cons. Let's get into the pricing. I actually feel the pricing is really reasonable. They have a free plan as well you can use to get started, but the problem is when you're trying to use it in a professional setting, it quickly gets expensive. So let's see what the plans are. So there's a free plan. Price 0, you get 1,200 email credits per year, 60 mobile credits per year, and 120 export credits per year, right? And then some basic sequence automation, basic filters, limited sending, and porting capabilities. So you get some access to the platform, obviously for free, which is great. Now the basic plan is $39 per user per month, unlimited email, 300 mobile credits, 3,000 export credits, increase record selection limit, so you can obviously build more, uncapped sending limits with SendGrid, enhanced features, integrations, email writing assistance, A/B testing, job change notifications, which can be useful. Professional plan is at $79 per user per month, a lot more mobile and export credits, 1,200 opposed to 300. Everything else looks pretty similar, except you get more call-based features as well. The organization plan is even more expensive, but starts at minimum of 5 users. So you can consider this when you have at least 5 people in your sales team. If you don't, this isn't relevant. They provide you with SSO, single sign-on, for more enterprise features, expanded plays, data enrichment, 1,500 mobile credits, and 24,000 export credits. If you take it monthly, obviously it costs you more. And if you're a bigger business, you can obviously customize a plan to your needs. You get customization capabilities, but we did talk to their sales team and they mentioned that those plans started at least $8,000 a year. So it's a little on the expensive side, right? All right. So what are some of the other notable features that people like about Apollo.io? Advanced search filters, I talked about that. Some technographics as well, right? You can look at what tech stack a company is using. So for example, if you're selling something that integrates with HubSpot, you can find out companies who are using HubSpot and then reach out to them. Obviously, there's a very good sales engagement platform. You can run email campaigns, do email follow-ups, lead scoring, lead nurturing, and then there's multi-channel capabilities with email, phone, social media, and chat, which is a pretty comprehensive offering. Now, the only downside to Apollo, I feel, is that its lack of LinkedIn prospecting capabilities actually hinder your sales efforts, because LinkedIn can be a great platform for lead generation, even better than cold email, because cold emails often land in spam. You'd be surprised when you're sending cold email campaigns, more than 50% of your emails could actually be landing in spam. That's why a lot of people are just not replying to you, because they're not seeing your email. While on LinkedIn, it's much more likely that they see your message, and if it's a relevant message, you get a response, right? When considering Apollo.io or its alternatives, it's important to look at a platform that does a good job of LinkedIn outreach. So I'll talk about an alternative that you might be able to use to get more results from LinkedIn. One of them is, of course, SalesRobot. With SalesRobot, you can run very advanced LinkedIn campaigns. Of course, we don't have a database. You can import a list from Apollo.io exports and put them into SalesRobot, or you can use LinkedIn Sales Navigator and put the leads into SalesRobot, but you'll get more responses for sure, because we do a good job of LinkedIn outreach. So that's it from this review, and make sure you do hit the subscribe button. We constantly keep posting these reviews, alternatives, videos on this channel, so that you make the right decision for your business. So if you want to get more content from us, do hit that subscribe button.